Hello everybody, this is Mithril Zenith. Welcome back to Mordor Depths of Dejenol Holy Crusade. Last time we began actually leveling in Paladin for a little bit, and that didn't go too poorly. We got stopped by an Aboleth quest that refused to spawn. Since then I've leveled a little bit more in Paladin. I got to 22, which brought me to pretty much where most of the items that I had item level wise would be usable. Most importantly, the white sash. That way I don't have to keep banking it over and over again. Now, since the last episode, I've been on the forum some more, getting some advice, and I've also been thinking, I've been doing a lot more with my 4-player party, and it would be really nice if I was able to level my mage some more. So I'm really thinking it's about time to join the Mages Guild and just grind that out. No matter what no matter what I do, it's gonna be a grind anyway. I might as well just grind out the Mages Guild now so I can freely level my mage in the other party. As for why this is an issue, I want the crest of the mage, but in order to get it, I need to become the guild master. And in order to become the guild master, I need to be the highest level mage on record. So I need to beat my other character's mage in order to become the guild master. And oh my goodness, that is all my stuff unequipped. So what's the stuff I'm never going to be able to equip? This. The rest of it I can probably just keep on me and then I'll deal with later. But the mage gives us charm spells. Charm insect, for instance, will charm insects. And the further we go, the more we will get. So why not try this out? There we go. Oh, I should probably cast protections and whatnot, since I don't have any of that from equipment. That should be good enough. My charm of opening 8. Okay. Still getting used to this character's hotkeys again. So now you will see I have... Oops, I shouldn't have killed them. I have 3 giant spider companions. This is basically what you're gonna be getting whenever you start a mage. Spiders and centipedes, because it's easy to cast, it doesn't take that many spell points. And hey, they're all over the first level. Might as well, right? Just gonna get used to doing all that. I'm the only person I need to cast it on. No sense in putting on a buffer if I'm only gonna cast it once per dungeon. So apparently in the calculations, you do get experience for your companions dealing damage, but it only is about a quarter, I think, of what you would normally get. Slaves in an anti-magic area. Why? At least they're easy to kill. Companions will likely make this a whole lot easier. I generally don't worry about companions, and because generally it's just another thing to worry about in a party. I probably should be worrying about companions, but just don't really think about it that much. But as... Oh, he's turned on me. As a solo party, a solo elf, I'm like, well, I don't have 4 people to deal with. I just have myself, so I might as well try to maximize... Oh, I'm already pinned. I should be paying more attention to that. I'm just getting on Dungeon Autopilot. How long was I pinned? Apparently since... at least since killing the Aboleth. Oh, charm animal. Oh man, the low levels are so fun because you just get so many spells and it's always every level up is noticeable. I love leveling when you're like just starting out. Once you start hitting the teens, actually it becomes a lot less fun. It slows down a lot. But aside of that, so charm animal does not charm reptiles. Oh, companion 1 left. How sad. Yeah. Charm animal doesn't charm reptiles like snakes. Apparently that's supposedly charm monster that does that. But whether that is actually true or not... Oh, that was the wrong spell. Just pressing all my buffers and flailing about. Oh, Namanas. Probably should have left him alone. Came back and charmed him later. Not that I don't already have like 5 in confinement, but you can never have enough because they are a very, very common what's it called? Oh, I'm not even close to level 5 yet. Yeah, why am I going home? Namanas are very commonly quested for. There we go. Now I have giant badgers. Interesting things with the charm spells. One is that all your companions have a bind level, which can fluctuate based on a number of different factors. Primarily, your bind level, well, it's related to how long monster's been in your party, but I'm trying to think. Primarily, I think it's based off of charisma, but at the same time, the alignment of the monster relative to your alignment is another factor, in that if you have a companion that's oppositely aligned compared to you, then it will unbind much faster than if it's the same alignment. And then beyond that, let's cycle my numlock. Oh, they're evil aligned. Yeah, they're probably not gonna last too long. Probably just sell them now. Make the money. If they're evil aligned, and I'm good aligned, then it's gonna be really quick that they're just gonna break out. Now you can increase that bind level with these bind spells like control. Or there's a special thing called an Orb of Life Domination, which I've found a grand total of 1 of on my entire adventures, that will make any... It makes any companion instantly, like, permanently bound. no matter what. Pretty much permanently bound. You can turn on them and attack them. And, oh, a little bit of heartburn there. You can attack them and that will affect the... I'm trying to think words and it's very difficult. Especially when I have heartburn like this. Curse you, orange juice. Yeah, you can attack them and, you know, whatever, but if you use Life Domination, which is a spell that no one can learn, it's unique to that item, they will just be your companion forever. And it doesn't matter whether you charmed them or they willingly joined you. There are several monsters that are immune to charm effects, but still have a chance to join you. And those are generally boss monsters. And if you have them ask to join you, the general consensus is if it's, you know, if they're strong enough to Life Domination them, that way you always have them with you. Oh, I'm going to pin right here. And yeah, with Life Domination, that gives you... I have healing spells of my own now. I can heal myself. So I'm not aging when I go to town. Charm Humanoid. I wonder why Charm Elemental is before Charm Humanoid, but whatever. Make level... I should probably be looking at my items right here to see. Okay, first of all, that is not the order that I had these items in. These things are filling in blank spaces. My inventory. Second of all, I think I can do that. I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, using too many. Okay. I'm totally blanking on words to say. What are my charm spells like right now? 13 for animal, 31 for elemental, 51 for human. Okay. I figure I might as well put those on my bind list, just because it's always nice to have friends. Where are those ants? I think they were down here, if I remember right. Yes. I totally forget what I was saying earlier. Whatever. I don't even remember. Probably not worth it while anyway. Probably just some random thing I was saying. Yeah, Life Domination is wonderful. I think I just was saying that. Some monsters you can't charm. Oh yeah, the difference between charming and joining. Now, if you charm a monster, they'll have a bind level, which then, you know, goes down based on your alignments relative to theirs. If it gets low enough, and there's a chance they either leave or attack you. And you can increase it by casting spells like Bind, Control, and whatever the last one was. Again, you can tell how much I've played mages, how much I've dealt with companions, that I just am mentally blanking on everything. Mind blank. Yeah, that's what I feel like right now. Someone cast mind blank on you. Wow, this dungeon is incredibly empty, even though it was yesterday that I made all those videos touring level 2. Gosh dang it, I hate this bug. The dungeon refuses to respawn glitch. Screw you. Nope, not enough spell points. Oh, there's never enough spell points. I was about to hit that pit, and then I'm like, yeah, that actually won't take me to anywhere I want to go. So let's just teleport here. If you haven't been watching my tips and tricks videos, you may notice, hey, this dungeon looks a little bit different. And that's because all the rock is scouted out. And all the rock is scouted out because I learned a trick called the shift. Watch the most recent, well, second most recent video in my tips and tricks series for more information on what exactly the shift is. Control spells. Control spells are like higher level charm spells. Charm spells, like other spells, have a damage ratio, and that damage ratio then determines, kind of like a kill spell, how much they have to get over, like how many hit points worth that they cover. And if you get over the monster's hit points, you charm them. If you don't, nothing happens. Like a kill spell, except you charm them instead of killing them, which most of the time might as well be the same thing, because you remove a threat is the idea. Why do you need to know anything else? I also like starting new characters because it means that I clear out my tome and potion inventories, so the store starts actually giving money again. See, protect, sight veil, feather essence. Don't think I need any other resistances right now if I'm not going too deep. But yeah, if a monster offers to join you, which is based on a roll based on your charisma, they don't have a bind level. They're just with you. Instead of, seeing that in the chat that they broke a level of binding, you'll see that they're, quote, getting restless. Generally, that means that if you haven't been fighting anything recently, if you've just been standing around healing up or wandering around in the dungeon, they'll get restless, and then they're more likely to leave or attack you. But if you life, and while you can't do any other like control spells on them, you can't cast those on them. You can, however, cast life domination on them, and it will still bind them to you forever. So one of the best things to do is, wait until a high-level monster wants to join you, and then let them join you and cast life domination on them. And that's the way that you get the strongest, some of the strongest companions, is through life domination after join. Not actually through charm spells. Charm spells are exceedingly useful, don't get me wrong. But in terms of who they actually can affect... Oh darn it, that was a rowdy. I should have charmed it. Rowdies are another monster that are pretty much always useful to have stocked in confinement. because they're exceedingly commonly quested for. I don't know why. Apparently there's only like a handful of monsters they actually will quest for on the lower levels. Lower, upper. Talking dungeon levels is hard. Yeah, on like floor 1 and 2, there's only a handful of monsters that they will quest for. And they generally will only quest you for monsters within a reasonable dungeon level, like 40, like for every 40 character levels. Apparently, it's like for every, it's either 20 or 40 or something, you have a chance to be quested for the next, for a monster that doesn't show up until the next level down. Now granted, these monsters might be exceedingly more common on future floors, but apparently they have, like, they're in that calculation. That's like a really rough way of putting it. I don't know how to describe it. All I know is that it's basically up until level like 60 or 80, you only really get quested for monsters in the first like 2 floors. Maybe something common from 3. But now that my lead party is hitting level 100s, they've been commonly quested for things like shapeshifters, which are a lot more common on like floor 5, but I guess can show up in floor 4. Maybe they can show up in floor 3, I don't really remember. But yeah, shapeshifter's been a very common quest for them as of late. Skuldrigals. Pretty attack-heavy monsters, which makes them quite dangerous. I'm just gonna... One sec. Might as well just put that on 5. Yep, failed. That's what I thought. Because Charm Insect has such a low damage ratio that it will hardly ever succeed. Be my friends. Be my friends. Why is that failing? Am I not casting the right... Am I not casting the right buffer? It's possible I was casting Charm Animal instead of Charm Humanoid. Pretty sure I was casting Charm Humanoid, though. Throw a minor heal on myself, not that it'll really make a difference. You must defeat a giant centipede. Now, this is another quirk of the game, I suppose, is that charming a monster will count as defeating it. Man, you get so many more items from floor 2 than you do from floor 1. Tool of Learning. Okay. Yeah, you get so many more items on floor 2 than you do in floor 1, and it's wonderful. I must defeat a giant centipede. Well, there should be one right in front of me, like that. Oh man, I love getting quested for things that are right there. Well, that takes us to level 11. What are our spells looking like right now? Now, other things about the Mage is that they learn kill spells and mind spells. And heal spells. At decent rates. Not great, but better than like the farthest classes that get access to them. Mage is actually the primary mind and kill spell class. Wizard just kind of walked in and took it from them. Charm. Yeah, these charm spells are pretty expensive. And in the end, no charm spell outside of soul entrapment is really all that useful. Because soul entrapment works on everything. Unless it's immune to magic or immune to charm effects. What the heck? Why is there nothing left on this floor? Why? Is there nothing left? There's nothing left. Yeah, charm humanoid? Charm monster, I don't know what it's supposed to affect. Only affects reptiles, supposedly. I've yet to have it actually work, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe it will one of these days. But I just cast my resistances because screw it. We're going down to floor 3. Because I need experience. And floor 2 isn't respawning, so floor 3 it is. Trolls. I think trolls are giants, according to the game algorithm. Yeah, probably. Most likely. Ergo. I could maybe try to cast, like, control animal if I wanted to. I should probably put the control spell up instead. Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Just... Oh, ants. Yes. This is the experience I wanted. These are the experience points that I desired. Die, elves. I am the superior elf. Me. Said I am. Kill. Damage. Kill. Poison gas. Yeah, let's just get back up before we die to poison. And we're pinned already. We're not pinned, but we're capped out already on levels. And I'm totally running out of things to say. Oh dear. Ha ha ha. I could keep the episode going a little. One more run. I could talk about how later today I'm running a game of the Quiet Year. And not just the Quiet Year, but I'm running a game of the Quiet Year that we're going to be using as the basis of a setting for Dungeon Crawl Classics. So that's going to be fun. I'm definitely being inspired by Mordor in terms of what I will be setting up as encounters for my party. Not just for... Oh, darn it, they offered to join. I should stop being so happy on the F key. Yeah, but yeah, not just in terms of, like, the monsters they'll fight, but particularly in terms of being inspired by cursed items. Yes, cursed items sound wonderful to me and absolutely horrible to everyone else, I'm sure. But things like the nymphlets, things like the axe and armor and whatever of the Blackguard just all these cool little trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. That was the wrong key, but whatever, it worked. Yeah, my nose is like half stuffed. That's wonderful. Interesting little party there. What? I cast Dazzle. You freaking jerk! Is this... I cast Dazzle, but the game thought... Apparently the game thought that I cast Leprosy. So there go my Gloves of Strength, there go my Unicorn Horn. Okay. I see how it is. And this is why you don't explore level 2 without paralysis resistance. Freaking jerks. Well, that sucked. Because I wanted to do one more run. Do not sell your adamantite dagger. That thing's expensive. Speaking of expensive, you're gonna have to buy a unicorn horn again. Helps if I type it correctly. I guess that one's not too bad. Bum, dum, dum, doo -doo 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 -doo. But yes, the Orb of Life Domination. Cast Life Domination at a spell level of who cares. It's entirely unique. You know what? Maybe this is why I should get this. It's not like I'm going to be casting Soul Search all that much. And the Scarab of Protection gives protection and is not class specific. It's not 5. It's not 5 before. I don't know. Rods of Darkness. Tomes, scrolls, elixirs, potions. Amuletta. Rings. Oh man, all these rings. Ring of Teleportation is the only one that's good aligned, though. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Am I wearing a cloak? I should be. Don't think I can equip half my stuff still. But, you know what, let's just buy some new Gunna gloves, because I'm gonna need gloves and whatever. Whatever. Yeah, what I'm doing right now, going through these dungeon levels, like, without any equipment, not recommended. I'm only doing it because I'm lazy. I don't really want to buy a bunch of starter equipment that this is the last time I'm ever going to use it. In the grand scheme of things, starter equipment is like a couple thousand gold when I have like 50 million, but whatever. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's going to call it for the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully next time is going to be more interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just be grinding up off screen, grinding up to a decent point, and as soon as I start doing anything different, anything interesting that I've not shown on video, like first time I go to level 4, first time I go to level 5, I'm going to make a note of that, and I'm going to make a point to record those runs. But outside of that, I don't know how many more videos I'm going to be making. So unless you really, I mean, let's be honest here. I'm not going to make a video of every little grinding session because this game takes way too much grinding. Way too much to show in every video. I've already had on video, like, altogether an insane amount of footage. And I should stop throwing that pillow around. So yeah, my plan is to just grind off screen and whatnot until eventually getting back here when I start doing something more interesting. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and if you have any suggestions or if you desperately want to see a particular part of my grinding, because I'm not going to record it all, even if you ask for it all, because that takes way too much time on my end, dedicated recording time, which is why I haven't made videos in like so long anyway. But yeah, if you decide you want to see more, just let me know. And outside of that, I'll see you again when I get to a decent milestone, I guess. Have a nice day, everyone. This is Mythal Zenith signing out.